Hello, everybody. Welcome one, welcome all. I am so excited to be here with all of you. And I want to say thank you for all your support. And it's inspiring and I love it. So thank you. And today I want to talk about a couple of different things. I want to talk about trauma, pain, and accountability. And, we all have endured some form of struggle. And I believe our struggles is what builds resilience, and life is guaranteed to suck at times. But why focus on the not so good parts rather than focus on, what we are learning, how we are growing, and if anyone could get through this, it is you. And I come from a long background of trauma, addiction, and depression. And for so long, it was hard for me to maintain any sort of joy or hold on to any sort of long-term healing. And, I had no trouble though holding on to my pain. And, I've learned that our pain is special to us. It's an intimate part of ourselves. And some of us have been taught to push our feelings and emotions under the rug. And I believe the solution was and is right in front of our face. And that solution is connection. And I promise you, if you share some of your story with me and I share some of my story with you, we then create an immediate space for rapid healing to occur. We build trust and a sense that we're not alone in this. And I don't want to confuse this with trauma bonding, that can be an unhealthy outlet. Trauma bonding is like fantasizing, glorifying our trauma addiction problems, and just going back and forth how we and our lives are like so messed up. And, we want to create an empathetic space for not only that person, but for ourselves. And don't get me wrong, I've been to rehab plenty of times where all we did was trauma bond, glorifying our drug use, and trauma, and, how we became addicted to the chaos. And, chaos manifests itself many different ways according to whatever energy we're putting out there. And some may have a difficult time grasping universal laws of cause and effect or law of attraction. However, all of that I think, is taking accountability for our thoughts, our actions, and experiences. And if we take accountability, we start to care and become more conscious of what we are thinking, what we are doing, and how we are treating others. And, the word accountability, I think, gets a bad rep. It did for me at first. The first time I tried to get clean, I cringed every time I heard the word accountability. And I realized it was because I didn't want to look at myself, how I hurt others, how any of that chaos was my fault, and like how I was literally slowly killing myself. And I want to say I was never taught to take accountability for my loving thoughts. So anytime I had an elevated thought of love, I would just skim over it, maybe bask in that quick feeling, and then move on to the next. And, however, if I hurt somebody or did something that wasn't in alignment with my heart, I would sit on it, ruminate on it, beat myself up. And it was like a domino effect for me. So if I had one negative, self-defeating thought, it would just, And I have come to find out that words are actually important. If we take accountability by saying, I'm a piece of crap, I fucked up, why did I do this? Our chemical reactions in our body will release chemicals associated with anxiety, depression, anger, etc. However, if we say, I forgive myself for this thought, action, or whatever, we then take a loving perspective on accountability, allowing ourselves for merciful, forgiving energy to flow to us and within us. And yeah, another thing I want to talk about is how to offer others empathy in times of their struggle. And, we can easily understand physical pain. If somebody gets into a car accident and you go and visit them and you see broken bones, cuts, bruises, you can see that they're in a bad shape. And we automatically empathize with them. And however, sometimes when somebody's in trouble mentally or with addiction, it's harder for ourselves to empathize or wrap our heads around that. And, just to give an example, when I was a kid, I used to struggle with, I'll be completely transparent, suicidal ideation, and I've attempted suicide a few times. And people used to say to me, even therapists, literally, get over it, or why can't you be happy? And that was a huge question I would get all the time. And it made me think that all of this was my fault. And the reaction I am having towards this trauma I just survived is my fault. I was abused as a kid, and that triggered depression and the suicidal thoughts and the suicidal attempts. And what I'm saying is, we can be a little kinder to not only ourselves but to others when they're going through stuff. And it all starts within you. You first have to give yourself merciful, forgiving, loving energy. And also when you give that to others, it comes back to you in tenfold. Trust me, my life has changed. And I've survived countless overdose, years of addiction, years of crisis. And what I want to say is that self-mastery, growth, healing, it all has been an interesting, loving, hard time, and it is a continuous process. And while that process might be hard at times, we don't have to do it alone. And so I just want to share that with everybody. And, I'm building a website right now. I'm super excited. So if anybody has any questions or want to connect, collaborate, reach out to me on my IG, email me, and then with the website, it'll be easier to contact me, and there'll be a whole bunch of fun stuff that's being offered. So I appreciate everybody. I love y'all. I'm sending you all love and healing, and we can end this with an affirmation, which is, I have all the love I need within my own heart. And I am growing, I am changing. And one of my favorites is, I am pure potentiality, which leaves for so many amazing opportunities, experiences to come through because of the potential energy. So stay awesome. Keep loving others. Keep loving yourself. I love you. Stay tuned for the next video, and have a wonderful day.